Before this misadventure, I was some guy who'd take down a government if my own told me to. But since traveling with her, I've learned to question my superiors, because their position above me doesn't always mean they're right. I also tell her that she's the one who showed me that people can change for the better, and not just for the worse. Because I think both of us have proved that, with our strengths and our weaknesses. At first, I didn't fully believe the words coming out of my mouth, but as they flowed, I realized I wasn't lying to get her to join me again. I had been lying to myself for not admitting this sooner. She thanked me and had the courage to continue. But first, our clothes had gotten tattered with cuts and holes from fighting, and we both need to find more breathable clothes if we wanted to get out of here fast. But what could we find in the bedroom of a large, fancy manor? Oh, this. Well, it'll have to do. Ashleigh whips out an unfathomable and unlikely amount of breast. And I get a call from Hada, who was in a bit of a mess.
Where are you?
I honestly figured it wasn't my problem, until she called me Prince Charming.
Prince Charming.
I'll show you charming, pal.
Now it was my first and most important mission to help Hada, and then Ashleigh. I step into the hedge maze, expecting to find lost boyfriends, or perhaps the Mad Hatter. But unfortunately, I find service animals, who had been trapped here for so long that they went feral.
Keep your dogs on a leash, people.
I can only assume the Disney adults imprisoned them here, so they could take the fast pass lane away from disabled people.
Dogs like me.
I had to put the puppies down, as I don't think their owners would find them again.
Ashleigh.
Hang on.
I briefly have to leave Ashleigh behind to open a gate for me. So of course we get ambushed by enemies immediately. In the process, I get a pretty sick collateral. It doesn't take long to escape.
Shit. Ashleigh.
And once I do, I upgrade the Handcannon to its max firepower. I refuse to sell the gorgeous mirror I have, because in trying times I might need it to make myself feel better. Hey, I'm a changed man, but I'm still a pretty man. Speaking of pretty, the reds of most previous areas are briefly replaced with blues, and I absolutely adore this one area. I may shit on this game, rightfully so, but the scenery can be top-notch, if anything can be complimented.
Won't open.
I run into a side room, and the cellar has a new shooting range, so I do that for a while. When I turn my rewards in, I finally get it. This guy makes everything better. I also picked up a charm to make gunpowder drop more, which also proves to be invaluable, as almost every single drop in this playthrough is money. No, really. Ammo doesn't drop because I use the Magnum and nothing else. And there are barely any instances of ammo cases lying around. Until now, all my loot was pesetas. However, what I need to progress are Chimera head parts, which I start obtaining by sitting Ashleigh and I in specific seating arrangements. Utilizing her for puzzles is criminally underdone, and having an etiquette puzzle goes pretty hard.
Leon.
Afterwards,
Hey, Leon.
I enter an area with some suits of armor.
Use it like a bulletproof vest.
Normally, this would be an uninteresting detail,
Old-fashioned
but
for my taste.
Too bad. I think you'd look pretty dashing.
so I continue, and find a dark room that I don't want to deal with just yet, and back away. To an arguably worse area I go, and with 24 bullets to my name. I try and get them before they get me. It doesn't work, however, and I tried a lot.
So stupid. Ashleigh!
Apparently my gun is secretly a frat bro because it's good at forcibly penetrating 20-year-old girls. and without any real consequences.
Ashleigh!
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Eventually, I show up for the winning bout. I do break a knife on one, but it doesn't even kill them. And it's such a hassle to manually break free. Tell me why being grabbed damages your armor and health. I get the armor just reduces health damage, but this is such nonsense. This suit of armor is also no help, because enemies can just punch me, and I flop around with dozens of pounds of metal on. I run past enemies because bullets shoot about as straight as Elton John and escape with the second stone head. I upgraded my gun to almost its maximum stats and took my 30 total bullets to the last area. Again, I won't show every instance of me using the system, but know that it's done very fairly to both the challenge and my sanity, and is just an overblown loophole to the fact that I'm still not able to purchase gunpowder or ammo directly. I drop into a pit, which is definitely not a trap, and retrieve the last of the head. And retrieve the last stone head. Just then, the armor suits in the room betray their brother and attack me.
Leon, the armor!
However, ancient armor got nothing on this baby, and I nail him good. To my unexpectedly decreasing surprise, Ashleigh helps me fight them by launching lanterns at them that freeze them in place. The Ashleigh I met wouldn't have done that. Ever since she drove that bulldozer, she seemed more honest, almost like she was having fun, or at least as much fun as you can have in this situation. It isn't long before victory is mine in this joust, and I witness the worst 10 seconds of my life.
Yeah. Nighty-night. Nights.
Skills. You sure you're all right? You're not burned, are you?
No, thanks for your help. I really did the trick.
I finished the upgrades for my gun and fill up the magazine like he used to. Because why would you change such a tactful system like that? However, to be fair, I gave up 2 bullets in the process, bringing me back down to 30. I go around and start shooting more medallions, as they seem to have religious value to each area they're in. In the process, I return to the gallery for some revenge, but then leave, due to not caring.
On me!
Okay.
And also give a big fuck that when this happens. Returning to the main area, I place all the heads on the Chimera to move on. God, it must be hard for the help to get around here.
Leon, the stairs!
Especially if trying to progress involves actually getting trapped in cages in the process. Fuck. Ashleigh's vulnerable, and I'm separated from her now. I give some guys a pink sugar heart attack, and the last I see of Ashleigh is her running. Without any knowledge of her safety or status, I focus on the fight for my life in a small area where they're the ones with the high ground. Good luck. I ran for my life at Leon's behest. I had no choice but to run and not look back. Thankfully, the last time he was shopping, I picked up the extra gun he had stored.
I won't run.
I had never used one of these things, but To save Leon, anything was possible for me. Save him. The last time I had to fight my way back to him, he was just a means to an end. I wanted to claim my fortune and run for the hills if my father had truly gone mad. I thought if I claimed the makeup, that leverage would have made them let me go. But when it got right down to it, I was just a scapegoat for them. And so was Leon. You know, I actually don't know anything about him. But in this short time together, I trust him more than I've ever trusted my own family. He always comes back for me. In my thoughtful stupor, I proceed to have the two dumbest responses to my surroundings I ever could.
Is that a clock? It's broken.
Oh, sorry, I mean 3.
A hidden staircase? It must lead to a secret room or something.
I had to get out of here. With only a lantern and a high-powered magnum at my side, it was all quiet for now. I hated that. I had to fill the noise. Maybe I should scream. No. No, I'm better than... Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Fuck. Balls. Ass. Whew. Okay. Everything is okay. I'm glad I didn't overreact there. I got off the elevator, and my breasts bounced boobily as I looked out a window where Leon was trapped. Thank goodness he's okay. But I wasn't. Not yet. Leon had said it was okay to be scared, but something was really wrong with me. At least when I was pregnant, I had control over myself when I wasn't around my father's control. Come to think of it, it was always that way even before the caring sight. But now I wasn't even myself at times. Times that I couldn't predict. But I know Leon will get us through this. We have to get through this. Right? A terrifying chase led me to an elevator.
Come on! Thank God. I am done with armor.
And I thought it got me to safety. I was very, very wrong. I had seen Leon do some rolls, and thankfully I was a bit of a gymnast. But every dodge I made still put me closer to the sword of another enemy. One swipe and I was gone. But fuck that. I set my lanterns down in the correct order and got myself a tablet. I don't know how to use it without a touchscreen, but after seeing Leon, I know how to use this. You want Ashleigh? I'll give you Ashleigh. These guys never stood a chance. Look at me go. Aw, your ugly faces can't make it into the elevator. You definitely look like the reason why these have weight limits. One after another, even with my aim, they all went down like Stacy on a Friday night. And her mom, for that matter. But I wasn't done. It was swarming upstairs, and after my battle cry, it was clear that nothing was going to mess with me again. After all Leon has done for me, this is the least I could do. He was right. We're in this together. And it's not just him and a distressed princess. It's him. And a princess with a gun. Or maybe it's 2 princesses with guns.
You all right?
I finally made my way back to him and shoved some Disney adult gatekeeping the ride controls. I tossed down a key for him and... Thank goodness she was okay.
Can you make it down?
I don't know what she went through up there, but she's doing great under the What? No, 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 no. I can't get a good shot on him without hurting her. And it looks like she dropped a gun? I had no idea she could use them, but regardless, she was disarmed now. Ashleigh's taken into the darkness, and I'm powerless to help. Albert Wesker walks across a rooftop and contacts an unknown party, again about the amber, as well as a dog on a leash.
Sorry.
With the only affiliate to Wesker in play being Hada, it seemed like that was who they referred to, but misgendering her in the process.
He's a good boy.
Was this ignorance for them, or a power dynamic, stating they had control even before her transition? Wesker sees a captured Ashleigh being carried from afar, and smirks, a plan concocting in his scheming brain. In my scramble to locate an exit and pursue Ashleigh, Hada calls, revealing Ashleigh has been taken to the throne room. I appreciate her help, but how does she know that? It was my only lead, so I had to take it.
Babysitting's tough, huh?
Hey, Ada! Ada! Perfect.
I retrace her steps and discovered an assault rifle for my troubles. Strange that a medieval castle has one, but maybe Mickey has a hobby when watching his park operate. I have a quick wank in an elevator, which proves difficult for someone in armor. And then I come face to face with a shiny Armaderas. Well, I'm not allowed to use my catching balls, so there's only one place for him to go. I send him to hell in 4 shots. Apparently Magnum rounds are extremely effective. It was some good sidetracking, but it was time to move on. Unfortunately, what lies ahead is the most irritating, overused, and unwelcome enemy in any Resident Evil game. The Remake Novistadors. Not worth the time or effort, both in-game and trying to script a funny comparison for them. And they show up way too much. It really dampens the whole experience. They're also really easy to see as well and don't drop unique treasure anymore, so I just run from them and give them no attention, just like they deserve. No, really, fuck these guys. They should have been cut, like half of Resident Evil 3 was in its remake. Feeling fresh air again. The mouse makes me feel like I have to pay to breathe it. But he does admit that Ashleigh has been a handful to deal with, which brings a smile to my face. It drops immediately when I walk forward and I see not one, but 2 Disney-doors ahead. Disney must have tapped into the multiverse to resurrect one Wolverine if they lost another, ensuring they can still pretend like they make good content instead of just reusing anything that sticks with an audience. Unfortunately for them, the Deadpool movies suck, so I'm not fazed by the inclusion of Wolverine. Looks like Weapon X is now an X weapon. Rushing through the doors of the throne room, I see Mickey Mouse performing a ritual on the air to another company. This must be how they plan to monopolize all facets of capitalism. Before I can step in, I'm pinned down by someone who isn't even attractive. And watch them force Coca-Cola down her throat, presumably the same liquid in the cans I've been using to heal myself with this whole time. Mickey stands and realizes he has to appeal to more languages than just English, since the Chinese market gave them the middle finger in 2025, and bids me farewell in Spanish. Yup, that'll make the masses think you care about minorities. Good job, Disney. How's that first gay character doing? I'm thrown down a shaft, which isn't new to me, and I'm fine during my landing. My armor is very damaged at this point, but I want it to hold out just a little longer.
Hang in there, Ashleigh. I'm coming for you.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.